expressing satisfaction at her beginning to realize that worlds of fiction could not interact with her in the real world. Chris bounced back, stating that Maker had tried to convince her of alternate dimensions and communicable OCs much the same way as Jacob
Self-aware
had, asking her
Chris
to
Chan.
explain her intentions. Maker regretted what she had done in the past, but claimed only to have encouraged her ideas to make her feel comfortable and become better friends with her. The next day, Chris confronted members of the Play's Discord group regarding her realization that she may in fact not possess any superpowers or abilities to travel to other dimensions, if they even existed, and branded the group members dirty liars for encouraging her flawed beliefs when they themselves knew they weren't plausible. The Play's members in response tried to reason with her and play down her mental frustration. Maker Nightv shortly after left the Discord group. Also on that day, Alan Christopher claimed that he was bullied and allegedly beaten by trolls.
You're trying to manipulate Christina turning away from me. One day she'll be all alone and have no one. Yeah, like now. They're out of jail. They got no one. They gotta live in a halfway home. They probably can't hold a job. Life is over pretty much for Christine Weston Chandler,
who tried to manipulate Chris and turn her away from him. Their attacks seemingly included beating him up to the point that he required hospital treatment, receiving prank calls, and getting death threats on his social media accounts.
Like, what the
Christopher
hell
was
is
willing
this?
to save large amounts of money to ensure that Christine could attend the BabsCon convention so she could meet her love, Jacob Sockness. He wished Christine and Jacob the best. On November 7th, Ben Saint posted an illustrated image of his characters Phantom Horn and Strawberry Milk, deceased and corroded from the slime eliminating rain that was falling on them, implicating that Chris's actions caused their demise. Chris wrote that she was not amused by Ben's so-called carry-on and asked him to stop it, since she was conscious of his manipulation and would no longer take part in it. On November 10th, Saint hosted a 4-hour-long livestream with Chris on the streaming site Twitch, during which she attempts to explain the reasons why she had her recent revelation.
So what's the deal, Chris? What's worrying you so much these days?
Oh, so many things. I've all of a sudden have come to the realization that this whole believing in the merge of dimensions has all been a big pack of lies.
Wow.
Really?
Whoa. What? Christine Weston Chandler, before she fucked her mom, became self-aware? What?
But yes, Ben, really. And don't give me that attitude, because you're involved in this too.
I'm sorry, Christine. What exactly do you mean? How am I involved with whatever it is you're going through?
Well, for starters, for the longest time, I've believed in a world, a dimension where my and others' creations actually existed, live in and breathe in as you and me are. And that's why
With
I
no
wanted my Sonic
medication?
shoes and Rose shoes to leave peacefully and not be and not suffer.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like that was a significant part of my adulthood.
Damn.
These Sonic shoes and Rose shoes that were born from my brain, but I believed to be living out their lives somewhere far away. It was only a couple of years ago that I became convinced by no-good trolls that I could reach out and touch them.
These the idea guys you talking about?
Yes, idea guy and
Gotcha.
Boyd, who conned me
Sure.
out of $6,000.
Wow.
Yeah, they fucking suck. So sorry that happened to you.
Yes, thank you. Anyway, they had me convinced that I was married to Maggie Chan and
Sure.
Sylvana Cruzel and even Mewtwo. Can you believe that? I feel so ridiculous looking back that I even
What the
considered it a
hell? This is
possibility.
wild.
So what you're saying now is that it's not true.
It's not. I was never married. I never even actually saw any of my
This
loves.
is fucking
I thought
wild.
I did, but I think it was just me trying hard to imagine a make-believe reality that was better than my
Jesus.
own real reality.
Right.
Further, there is no
Aye.
dimension merge to
Hey,
take place.
Delphin.
There is no dimension 1218 or C197. It's just all here, all now. Everything
Right.
that's happening now is all we
What?
have.
This is blowing
we,
my
the people
mind.
as we are, that's reality, and there's no escaping
There's like
that.
20, 30
sure, we
chapters
can change
of
as
this.
people, we can change our
and it's all
environment.
over.
We can get better or worse, but we can't escape this world no matter how hard we try, and the
Yeah.
mistakes we make, we have to live with.
Damn,
Any bad
Chris.
consequences that
Chris
we bring
spitting
onto
some
ourselves,
truth.
we must deal with to the best of our abilities. And my concept of the merge was just me hoping to escape my mistakes and consequences in search of a better life.
How does this realization make you feel?
Jesus.
I feel saddened because
Right.
for a long time there was a way out for me, or so I believed. My life is going to get harder now, but I'll be the person in charge for the first time in my life. And I know that it was my fault for believing in
Then
cartoon
why the
realities
fuck
in
did
the
she
first
fuck her
place.
mom?
But the likes of you didn't help matters either, agreeing with whatever crazy things I said.
I'm sorry, Christine. I
Like,
knew
this
you were
could have
in a
ended the
vulnerable
chapter
place,
of
and
Christine
I just
Weston
didn't want to
Chandler on a
upset you
good
by
note.
telling you something you were going to reject because it made you
Wow.
feel bad.
Yeah, but if people like you had never encouraged my beliefs, then I wouldn't attempt to think about them further. Y'all gave me false hope.
But Chris, from very early on, when you started talking about your fantastical beliefs, you always rejected your critics and called them trolling haters. And you only accepted comments of praise and acceptance from the very trolls that wanted you make a fool of yourself.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I'm sorry for lashing out at you, Ben.
Nah, it's alright. I'm sorry for being a jerk. I guess we're both not the most perfect people, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, only human.
It's a
Yeah, I
come to
suppose we
Jesus
are.
moment with Chris Chan.
On November 14th, Chris tweeted a list of apologies addressing people she had wronged. There are many people throughout my life that had the mispleasure of being maltreated by me. I always thought I was the victim and was in the right, but I know now that that's not the case. This is the list of long overdue apologies, going out to as many people as I can remember. I'm sorry to Megan Schroeder for taking advantage of her generosity and being a total creep to her. I'm sorry to Michael Snyder for causing trouble to his business and causing him bodily
Wow.
harm. I'm sorry to all those small security officers for giving them a needlessly hard time. I'm sorry to the GameStop employee for attacking him with mace.
Wow.
I'm sorry to all the members
This is
of my
sad.
former parishes
This is
who had
fucking
to deal
sad
with
as
me.
fuck.
Most of all, I'm sorry to my mom and dad,
Oh my
to whom I
God.
could have been nicer and more appreciative.
Oh,
They tried their
Jesus.
best, and I did not. I will from now. In the likely
Wow.
possibility I've left out your name from my list, I apologize. I would love to hear some apologies from all the trolling haters who hounded me over the past 12 years, but I know that's not going to happen. It's best to leave it and move on. That's all for now.
Damn. I feel bad for
Shortly
Christine
after
Weston
her
Chandler
Twitter
now.
posts, Sarah and Steve made their Twitter account protected, so only approved followers could view their tweets. On November 16th, Jacob Sockness claimed that Christine broke up with him, elaborating that her goddess-like powers had evaporated into the ether. He prayed that
Hello?
she could find the right
Oh,
man
there we
for
go.
the job.
Okay.
Jacob soon began following and interacting with Jessica Yaniv, another notable male-to-female transgender lolcow based in Canada. On November 19th, Chris's second garnishment case with second-round sub for unpaid debt was filed, setting the next hearing date for January 15th, 2020. On November 22nd, Christine released her final YouTube video.
All right, y'all know who I am? I'm Christine Weston Chandler. No Sonichu, no CPU, no Blue Heart. Anyway, I am recording this video to tell everyone, my followers, that my mind has gone to mush. There's been so much that's has been happening these past 2 months or so that has got me questioning who me really is. And I've come to the conclusion that I've been living a big fat lie. I've been lying to y'all, unbeknownst to myself, but most importantly, I've been lying to myself. All this talk of the dimension merge and training to be a CPU goddess just poof, vanished from my mind. I think I was just believing Magi-chan was in my body as a way to push away all the responsibilities that I have at home. The dimension merge was all a ploy, a scheme to convince myself that there was salvation on the horizon, that there was a chance, a sliver of hope, that the all-powerful OCs that I loved could come rescue me from my despair. But I realize now that that's not right. It's not right for me to hope that all my problems will disappear. So I must take responsibility in my actions, in my deeds, and be held accountable. No more escaping. I can't escape from my life as much as I would like to sometimes. That's a fan going click, 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 click. The air conditioner just died out, so I had to take that as a sign that this house needs a lot of maintenance. My mother needs all the help she can get. I'm not going to lie and tell you it's going to be easy, because it's not. I know it's not. The trolls of the past sure threw a wrench in the works of my life that will take a mightily long time to get. To get that out of there, one of the first things to be addressed is the debts on the house. They need to be paid, so more money needs to come into the house. And it wouldn't be fair of me to keep begging my quote-unquote fans for donations. That's not right for me to do, and I'm genuinely sorry. I've been duped by bad actors for so much of my adult life, and I failed to notice the reality right in front of my eyes. I became a bad person too. I've hurt people, and I need to address that too. There's lots of stuff that I need to take care of, and one of which is getting out there and finding myself a job. It's not going to be anything glamorous, but it'll be good, honest work. It'll fulfill my life in ways that Sonichu and Rosechu and all the others could never. What's more, I'll be selling all my toys and games and all that. My eBay account is restricted, so I don't know how I'll be able to do that, but I know I gotta find a way somehow. There's so many things to address, but I will get to them all in due time. But yeah, anyway, my new life goals are to leave my childishness and my online infamy behind me. Everything for Chris Chan or Sonichu, they'll all be relegated to the annals of internet history. And I want to leave that world behind me. I'm sure y'all can respect that, so please don't troll me anymore. Hope as many of you will obey this reasonable request from me. Y'all tell me to get a job, to get better, to stop believing in these delusions. You got your wish. You got what you asked for, so please, no more trolling, no more harassment. I'm taking life back into my hands, my own hands. This person right here is in control from now on. Excuse me, still a little frazzle-brained. It's just because I had the sudden realization that I only got one shot at making the most of my life. One and only. So it's a big deal when you realize that I've spent the best years of my life getting misguided and manipulated. And in my crazy state, I felt that my escape to fantasy would go on and on and on, but unfortunately, that's not the case. It's absolutely breaking my mind to think that the merge is not going to happen. So many new things in my mind, so please pardon me if I seem a little bit erratic, but the best way to move on from the life me and y'all know is for me to completely abandon it. I promise this video will be my last. Chris Chan is no more. It's just Christine from here on out. Once again, I'm sorry for all the bad things I've done, but a whole lot of y'all also gotta say you're sorries for taking advantage of someone who couldn't defend themselves. Hell, I could barely even think for myself. But what's done is done.
I have no idea.
I've dragged this out long enough.
I have no idea what the hell happened with Christine Weston Chandler. This is blowing my mind. Like, seriously. It's taken 73 chapters, almost 70 hours of footage and content for them to have this come to Jesus realization. And then all of a sudden the allegation and everything about Christine Weston Chandler having sex with their mom and going to jail for it. Something must have happened after this.
Goodbye.
In response to the posting of the video, Null went on to the Chris Chan subforum on Kiwi Farms to write, "He did it. Motherfucker actually did it." As of March 2023, her final YouTube video has been viewed over 320,000 times. Since her final announcements on Twitter and YouTube, very little has been revealed about Christine's activities. On December 2nd, Kiwi Farms user The Sergeant at Arms revealed that he successfully purchased and was sent from Christine a selection of signed Sonichu comics, a medallion, and a fan-made plush doll of Sonichu for $300 after organizing a deal with her over Twitter direct messaging. The forum user also claimed that Chris was in talks with other individuals keen on possessing her memorabilia, hoping to clear her home of the clutter in which she no longer saw value. While she allowed for some select individuals to message her on the platform, she refrained from tweeting or engaging with any of her supposed followers or haters ever since she posted her list of apologies on November 14th. Several users on Reddit and Kiwi Farms reported that they tried calling Chris's last known phone number, but their calls went unanswered.
Good.
On
Good.
December 20th, Chris's garnishment case was listed as closed, possibly due to an out-of-court settlement. On January 12, 2020, Kiwi Farms user Ghidorah the Explorer went to Christine's house and took a series of pictures.
Why?
They
Why you gotta
noted
do
that
that?
they did not see Chris or her mother Barbara at the residence. The renowned wailing of the Chandler's pet beagles was also notably absent. In addition,
Just leave
the
Christine
front
Weston
lawn
Chandler
seemed to be
alone.
recently mowed, and the bushes had been trimmed.
Due to the spread of COVID-19 and events over the weekend, that stay-at-home order means from March 30th until June 10th, if you don't have to go out, then don't.
Throughout March and April, the United States continued to increase their response to combat the spread of the COVID-19 virus that was currently reaching all parts of the world. On March 30th, Virginia Governor Ralph Northam enacted a quote-unquote stay-at-home order, which instructed Virginians to only leave their residences in absolutely necessary situations, preventing non-essential in-person encounters. A separate order called for the closing of facilities which could not function with 10 or less people at a single time. Former Christian followers expressed their concerns for Christine's and Barbara's safety, but as social distancing protocols had been rolled out, no one was thought to have gone to visit their home. On May 3rd, Reddit user Steve Howe63 called Chris's phone, asking about her current situation.
Hey, Christine, hey.
Yes, hello?
Christine, hey, I'm Steve. I'm glad to hear from you. Just a longtime observer wishing to check up on you. You okay? How's it hanging over there?
Oh, it's been hanging all right. You know,
Yeah.
it could be a lot better considering all this coronavirus scare going on.
Right. Do you need any help around the house, like getting to places, getting food?
No, I can manage. I'm ferrying
Wow.
around the car. We can still get all the supplies we need.
That's
Good.
good to hear. So Barbara's doing well?
Yes, she is very fine, especially considering her age. We couldn't go visit her doctor for a while, so I'm taking care of her in the meantime.
Oh,
You know, like cooking, taking her on walks around the neighborhood, getting her blood moving. You know, it's important.
I didn't know that. What kind of meals are you making?
For my mother, she gets meal replacement shakes as per doctor's orders, but they get pretty tiresome after a while. I'm making like
God
tomato
bless
egg
you.
soup every morning.
Yeah.
Lots of lightly fried and boiled greens like broccoli, chives, lettuce, and cabbage, accompanied by carrots, potatoes, and the occasional sausage, and more occasionally a burger with fries, you know?
Oh, nice. Right on. Nice.
What you gonna do, you know? But yeah, we're both definitely eating more healthy and most definitely feeling the difference from it.
So how about the finances? Can you keep up with just your SSDI, right?
Yes, we're managing. Last year I managed to sell off most of my past life possessions to those wanting to get a hold of, you know, precious Chris Chan artifacts, like they would say. So that has helped a lot.
Yeah.
We gave away our 2 dogs and 3 cats to some of our neighbors and other locals who could better manage them.
Yeah.
Furthermore, before the lockdown, I actually got a part-time job.
Whoa. Really? You did?
Yes, nothing major, just like, you know, managing shopping carts in a supermarket, among other
Man.
menial duties.
Why you gotta make me feel bad for Christine Weston Chandler?
Hope my work will be secured by the time the lockdown is through. The governor said it'll last till June, so just gotta hold on for a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, thank you.
Is it like the Walmart in Charlottesville or the Target?
I will not divulge
Good
that information.
job. Good
I've
job,
learned
Christine.
my lesson.
Right. Okay, that's cool. But honestly, Christine, it's great to hear from you. Thank you so much for accepting my call.
Thank you very much.
Just know that there are a lot of people who are looking out for you and want you to do well in life. I'm sure if they knew this new info, they'll be really relieved.
I'm sure they will. So you have my permission to spread this call far and wide. Hope to post an update sometime later with even more exciting positive news.
Awesome, Chris. Thank you. Well, you take care now.
Yes, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
No other contact took place, and no new information was gathered until July 5th, 2021, when Christine suddenly messaged Kiwi Farms administrator Null to first apologize for not appreciating his efforts at protecting her and pushing her to become a better person. She then went on to reveal to him that she had a loving female partner in her life, who she met at work. Chris reflected that she was over 50 years old, and that Chris pushed through her difficulties of autism and failings to note social cues to get better acquainted with her and grow their relationship. When Null asked for a photo, Christine declined for the moment,
Oh no.
but promised that a so-called
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. She's talking about her mother. Oh no. She definitely does not want to spread around too much. She knows my past line of infamy and loves me for who I am. Oh no. Please don't let this be her mom.
big public reveal would be coming soon. Null expressed his hope that things would work out for the pair. On July 29th, Chris returned to Twitter to announce
What?
that she had gotten married, posting a photo of herself and her spouse, Bella Weathers, who she announced to be the love of her life. Christine further wrote that other future plans were to resettle her mother
fake.
Barbara in a safe place and then sell the
That's
family
fake.
house so that she could live with her wife. Another more distant
fake
wish was
picture.
for her to get sex reassignment surgery, which depended on the funds she could save. Chris
Who the hell is gonna believe that's a real picture?
closed by stating that she had been off of the internet for a significant time and felt better because of it. She thanked her genuine supporters and expected to return with another online update in a few years' time, hopefully with good news. Her sudden news of marriage caused a stir on Twitter, triggering the terms Chris Chan and Chris Chan did what? To trend on the site, briefly overtaking the trending topics representing the international multi-sport event, the Olympic Games, that were at the time taking place in Tokyo, Japan. On December 5th, 2022, new Kiwi Farms user, A Saucerful of Cum, posted the most recent known photo of Christine, working at a cash register at the Target retail store in
What?
Charlottesville, Virginia. The user soon had their personal details leaked by 4 members.
That's not.
Christine's
her.
life is one that no one should envy. Born into unideal circumstances, Christopher and his parents struggled to deal with a condition with which they were ill-equipped to deal, but tried to the best of their abilities to live to the fullest. Unfulfilled, yet hopeful, Christian searched for happiness, a place to belong, and himself, only to find bullying, hostile environments, and losing his sense of self. Relying on her misery to carry herself forward, Christine learned to accept her imperfect and hopeless existence, occasionally alleviating her lifelong lows with momentary highlights by consuming the kinds of media by which he was arguably raised. Somehow, a sudden outsider perspective caused her to rethink her way of living and found a new hope on the horizon, acknowledging that a girlfriend
I don't
or any
get it.
outsider help
I don't get it. I don't get it. Geno Samuel like straight out rewriting history? I don't get it. Yes, I don't get it, Delson. Hell yeah. This isn't the way it ends. Why is it ending in happiness and sadness when this person went to prison for having sex with her mother and during the trial wouldn't shut the fuck up and kept saying, I'm internet famous?
would not fix her life, but rather changing her own life from within. In the end, Chris left her endless cycle of mistake and ill-judgment-ridden adversity behind her, and matured, took control, and found love along the way. As the true Clyde Cash once said,
Oh my
everybody
God.
has to grow up.
April Fool's Day.
But for some, growing up can take a very long time.
Bullshit, the end. Bullshit. Fuck you.
Hey, look at me. I'm sitting here sad and lonely without a fire, but a desire tonight. Hear you say, and I
Is a
Can't-
cruel mistress. For
You can't end it there. You cannot end it there.
I have a boyfriend. Never say it now.
Got me.
Mother Nature is a
Fucking
cruel
got me.
mistress. For every instance she brings water to quench the thirsty, she blows in a frosty wind to bitter the cold. Man has been so bold as to challenge her might, and even some of the most hardy and equipped have faced her only to never return. This is a tale of one such encounter between a band of resilient men and their maker in her most hostile of worlds. A story that shall live forever. A venture which tested the limits of human hardihood, endurance, and courage.
What? 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 I don't fucking get it. No. No, no, no. I'm putting this up on a highlight on YouTube. No. Makes me very mad. This makes me extremely mad. So 2.5 hours in. Gotta remember that.